thing after I've got it all set up without having to cancel it. Man, who'd have thought rotation of the screen will be such a big deal? But this live right here, this is the live before haul and crawl. So I can't wait to go, man. From what I can tell, the weather's going to be phenomenal. We're looking at about 40 something in the morning and 70 during the day. Man, that's going to be nice. I can't wait. Hopefully everybody's doing all right, though. Hopefully I'll be able to see some comments here when everything starts rolling in. I do got to show you guys something here. I'm working on some J Concept Scorpios because I think these are going to be awesome up at Cherokee Rock Village. And Pro Codes. Look at that set up right here. I'm really liking the Pro Codes. So that's what's going on there, and they're going to go on to the Moose. That's what they're going to be on. So Marcus Landry, what's up? Pat, hey buddy. Super Ultra Mega Chad Storm inbound. Don't you know it? RCB, what's up? Andy, what's up? Pro Codes patent pending. Oh yeah, for sure, huh? Gary Mears, what's up? Paul, what's up, buddy? So, hey, Paul, just so you know, I'm not planning anything here because I am not going to be here. Now, I got something going on here. What is this? There we go. Let me see. Have I tried the Muse on 2.2s yet? That's what I'm doing now. I've got the 2.2 wheels right here. So that's what these are going on right here. So, and these right here actually key into the wheel. So they lock into that groove right there. So that should be pretty good. Lock everything together. Chainsaw, what's up? Cherry Pit, Enlighten, what's happening, guys? So yeah, this is gonna be interesting because when I do the 4-wheel steer Moose, it's gonna happen. That one is, I'm planning to run basically a set of these on it. I don't know about these exact tires. Like around here, it seems like the more aggressive tires are where it's at. But then again, the only time I've ran Scorpios was the 475s, and that was years ago. So, and I do feel that on a really grippy rock surface, I think these right here are going to do insanely well. That's why I'm really wanting to get these done, get them on the truck, test them here before taking them up to Cherokee. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Mini Max, I believe next month. I've already got mine paid for at the local hobby shop, so I am waiting like everybody else. You're leaving for haul and crawl in the morning, so you're not going to be here either. Oh, Paul, I needed you to come in and like use that weed eater and do some trimming for me. So cool, you guys are going there. I will be there Thursday evening. I'm just going to go straight there. So, yeah, Thursday evening. Should be a pretty good time up there, man. Have you been there, Paul, or is this your first time to Cherokee? Pat, the Mini Revo, that thing's been that thing has needed to go for a long time. What am I bringing for vehicles? Well, I currently have my Ram bouncer or Exo bouncer torn apart. I am putting on the new skid by Vitavon. This actually angles it, and I'm gonna put the motor to the back so when you're really throttling it, you know, you don't have any issues with drive shaft clearance. So, and it does angle. This is for the Raminator. He just released his entire kit for the Raminator. It comes with carbon, battery mounts, ESC mount, everything, and it's super beefy. Super beefy. So, yeah, this is going to go into the Exo Bouncer probably after this live. We still don't have power out there. I did have to print a little plate right here to put the ESC on. So that is currently glued in place. The glue is drying. So yeah, once that sets in place, then the ESC will be glued on. The ESC is going to be, once again, the Max 5 G2. Simple, easy, and you know, it works really darn good. So, as far as for vehicles I'm bringing Moose. I'm going to bring possibly the MOA Killer, the one I just put the body on. Ram Bouncer. Possibly a 124 that I've got. I don't know, just a couple things really. I have not printed that moon buggy yet. It's actually on the computer ready to go, but I've not printed it yet. The Ram what? Raminator. Or did I say Ram Bouncer again? Paul, I can tell you this. When you get there, dude, I know you've been to Beat the Creek and all that, but this place up here is absolutely amazing. I mean, it is amazing, let me tell you. Do I see a big rock through that's got fixed? Yes, I finally got that fixed. That is the big rock, and I drove that today. Video will be coming in for channel members tonight. I was kind of mean with it, you know, but it was actually just got fixed. I think it was yesterday, and I got Chris out here at Jack's RC Recycle Repair to actually put it back together for me. So he did the repair on it. And dude, that is one tough truck. It was so impressive at what it took today. It's now on my list for Truck of the Year 2024. Ram Bonts de Leon. I do not have any Vidavant axle shafts for the UTB 18. I don't have very much. I don't think I have anything for the UTB 18. Putting lights on your trailer now. Oh yeah, they do have that theme thing. I never participate in the themes. I am a sponsor and a vendor though, so I will be bringing some Vidavant with me. I've got my printers running. I'm printing inserts, so I'm taking those with me. I had to order some more filament for the Pro Codes. The Pro Codes take a different filament, so it's kind of one of them things, you know. Hopefully that comes in tomorrow, and I can knock out a bunch of those, so I can have those with me as well. Have I ever tried a Red Cat Gen 7? Buddy, I've had a couple Gen 7s. Gary, if you look up the on the channel, you just put a search in the search bar for Red Cat Gen 7, you'll get a lot. And the Gen 7 is actually really good, especially for the budget that it's in. But if you got just a little bit more, get the Ascent. It's a lot better. I have no idea where Folsom Lake is. I went to the store just before this live and got myself a nice icy here. A nice cherry icy. Gary, sounded like you need 3 more trucks. I mean, 12 if I said it's okay. I'm selling the comp crawler I got. You know, it says I made the steel phones for it, but got it all dialed in, performs really well. Cool, cool. Folsom, California? Dude, I have never been further west than Alabama. I know 100 years ago, I did go to, I think it was New Mexico, but it was before we had internet. So it was a long time ago. Some of you guys can't fathom the world without internet. Kevin Talbot, I believe the last I spoke with him, we're looking at January, wanting to come out, hang out for a little bit. And January is a really good time in Florida. It really is. Okay, what I do with my silicone earplugs, Clayton, I take the, I open the diff up, make sure the gears are good, especially in that Rift. All right, turn it over and just let it gravity empty, right? Let it sit for about maybe 5 minutes. Turn it back up. There will be some oil residue in there. That's a good thing. And then you just shove the earplugs down in there to where it feels good and solid, right? Put it back together. The reason for leaving the oil residue is that the earplugs do not lubricate. So that oil will help lubricate a little bit. And if you think putting the earplugs in there is going to lock it up like a spool, it does not. You still have differential action in there. Just so you know. No. Marcus, I have never had a taste for alcohol. I've tried all kinds of things. Never had a taste for it. Really, you're going to take the rear steer off. Man, I like my rear steer on mine, man. RCB S78. Thank you. Appreciate that. Need lubrication. Talk to Diddy. Oh, I have heard the stories, Marcus. Yes, I have. You know, Clayton, I do prefer it with the diffs in there, but honestly, it doesn't, they just don't seem to hold up. Now, in the race camp, that one still has the diffs and that one holds up. So a little bit different, a little bit different vehicle. Are the diffs in the TRX4 sealed? Torpedo law. If I could only have one, it would be a crawler of some kind. Just because the biggest and best events I have ever been to have been crawler related. Oh, the Endura build, the one with the hard body and all that, it's sitting on the shelf collecting dust. Medium and heavy. Okay, on the SCX6, it's actually pretty simple. Light is if you've got your SCX6 lightened. If your weight is pretty close to stock, then you got your medium. If you've added a lot of brass, 6S, 8S, big motor, all that, then you want to go heavy. Most people are perfectly fine with the medium or light, to be honest. The medium and light allows the tires to move a little bit better. The heavy allows the truck to carry more weight. It is all the way at the other end of the home. In fact, I think it's outside, out in the shed. So I can't go grab that real quick. Yeah, Marcus, see, I've known a lot of guys, for them to have fun and enjoy themselves, they got to be drunk. And that makes no sense to me. It makes no sense that you have to be drunk to have fun. It just does not make sense to me at all. The Mias 110 capper kit, dude, Ethan, I really like that. I have another set of capper axles that I'm going to do a four-wheel steer capper on, and that's what's going to be these right here tires. That's what these are going to be for. But they said something about the axles break in competition. Well, I haven't broken my axles yet, and I've comped it, but my comping here is a little bit different than what you would have at like Cherokee Rock Village, the ECC, or Nationals. So it's a little bit different level comp here than there. I do believe these right here will give us a good stress on these. So if I pop them, you'll see it on the channel. But these right here, I think are going to be really good tires. I think so anyway. PME, you pay. All right. You guys must be doing a deal on here. That's kind of what I'm doing, but not really from Endura. So out of all your favorite build, would you keep if you sold them all 1/10 scale and micro? 1/10 scale and micro. Dude, that is such a hard question. I have no idea even how to answer that. Muse did message me, and they did an update on the issues that were reported to them. So hopefully it'll be taken care of. Yes, I mean I haven't broken mine. I've done full speed turns, all that. I've actually given my controller to the Muse to a buddy and let him comp it this past Sunday, which I've got to edit that video. That would be Viking RC. I had some bolts loose on him, so I kind of messed him up on that gate. The knuckle fell off because I didn't have everything tightened down. I don't have an answer for you, country kid. This max compared to the Vigilante as far as durability. Glenn, I would have to say at this point in time, box stock, I'd probably have to give durability to the X-Max, to be honest with you. I feel the not really the bulkheads, but the hinge pin area, I think is stronger with an X-Max. They both have very flexible arms. Red Cat did have an issue with those when they first came out, but they revamped that, changed the arms out. Dude, they're very close. As far as like driving the vehicles, one versus the other, honestly, I do prefer the Vigilante. I really do. But I do believe box stock, out of the box, go drive them. Except for the pinion and spur gear, I got to give it to the X-Max, I think. But man, it is so close. That Vigilante is a really good truck. It's just hard to... The X-Max is the king for a reason, you know? I think it's selling all 16 RCs. About the only guy that I would know would be interested, Wicked, would be Sean. Now, in Jora, they still have some mid to low level parts. They do. I don't care for their driveline components, like the axle shafts, the gears. I don't really care for any of that. But when it comes to like the housings and brackets, they seem to be pretty good in my opinion. Plenty good enough for anything I've thrown at them. Had some cop yell at me, a kid, for using crawlers in a state park. When I go to state parks, when I'm out of town, I go to state parks, and I know that I'm going to be driving RCs in there. I generally find like the main office and I ask them about it. Some parks view these as motorized vehicles. I don't know. And some of these forestry people, they view that like their own personal backyard, and you're just nothing but an intruder. They're just complete butts, put it that way. Am I going to do an 8x8 build ever? I don't really have a need for an 8x8. If I did, I would do it like what I did with the 6x6. Just put two rears together. I saw a guy do that online, and it was pretty awesome. But it's like, well, what on earth would I use it for? I would rather do an 8x8 raminator, you know, something like that, and put a chair on it. I mean, that would be pretty interesting, huh? The world's most expensive wheelchair. Carbon Omni Terminator, very nice. Gary, yeah, the comp was this past weekend. I comped the Superlight SV2 and ended up placing second with a 5-year-old truck, man. It's nothing but a $16 chassis off of Amazon and 10-2 raw builder's kit axles, straight axles, no angle on the skid, none of this fancy stuff. And I still got second place. I was happy with that. Well, Marcus, I'm glad you mentioned that. And that's all I can say about that. The drive shaft spline. Oh, it's still in something. I'm not sure which truck it is in. yeah. Stinky, when you, that is Stinky, right? Or is it Slinky? It might be Stinky YJ. Yeah, if you order that, just send me an email so I know you got your order, and I'll put your set in there, no problem. You don't have to add anything to it. They literally take minutes on the printer. I see it and blew away. No, sir, buddy. Justin, I am perfectly fine. For us, it was literally like less than a thunderstorm. The one thing we did get was just a consistent rain all day, like 24 hours of light rain. It wasn't very heavy rain, just light rain that just soaked everything. Have I ever bend the pistons in suspension for a crawler? I'm not exactly sure what you're asking there, Christian. Have you ever thought about doing any specific new builds or a new build series? Typically, I do the build video or at least show the build and go give it a drive for the most part. So 10 by 10. Yeah, see, 10 by 10, man, that would have to be 3 fronts, 2 rears, or something like that. I'm not sure. Reviews hate to see. RC cars and parks are hit and miss. Some towns, they may have ordinance against any form of motorized equipment on the park grounds. Others are super lax. Correct, Justin. That's why I generally go and ask them. So, do I have any Vidavon Grom parts? I think I have some knuckles in stock. So, am I going to be there this weekend? There where? This weekend I will be in Cherokee Rock Village for the Halloween Haul and Crawl put on by Georgia Rock Zombies. If you're in that area, man, you got to come up. It is amazing. They have such an awesome event. I mean, it's like competition, but it's not. It's phenomenal, man. Really phenomenal. Discount dropping to the left after I put carbon fiber rails. Okay, the big problem with the front dropping to the left is the panhard bar. You got that in a different position. Let me see. Take this for example. Look at this as being the chassis and this as being the axle, right? Do you see this arc? The more of an angle this is, the more the axle drops, the more it moves to the side. This is the arc of the front axle as compared to the panhard mount and the chassis. Okay, so but you got to have this as flat as you can, and your drag link from your servo needs to be the same length and angle so you don't have bump steer. Yeah, I am just west of Jacksonville, Florida. Zip code 32068 if you guys want to look that up. Have I bent shock shafts and crawlers? Generally speaking, no. I've had some links come loose when I was too heavy on the throttle and got a bent shaft on that, but generally speaking, no, I don't have a problem with shocks. Other than the occasional leak here and there, which constantly is a kind of a thing. Well, that's one thing to think about. Be there. All right, cool, Carson. I will see you there. Correct, Pat. And if you can, have them the same length so the arcs, the travel arcs are the same. Every chance I get, I always try to build 4-link front. That's always something that I try to do when I do mine. So I guess while I'm sitting here, I'm going to go ahead and put these in. Must be aligned. Steering on axle is go. Yeah, man, steering on the axle is where it's supposed to be, man. Yeah, that's going to be your issue. That one shot shaft, it was a stock chair to roll down a cliff. Mob Utah broker rod. Yeah, buddy, I can see that happening, Mr. American. I can absolutely see that one happening. Now, when you got your insert in, you can see the foam, maybe. I always go in from the front side, like this, with your Pro codes. Proline flat irons. Man, I've had the flat irons. What really bothers me about the flat irons is they won't make them in a Predator compound. And we were having to use them quite a bit because, I mean, it was a 476 tire, so that technically made it a really good Class 3 tire. So what we've done now recently is, get this thing in here. This takes a little bit of work to get this going, but it goes. But what we do now is, us in Class 3, we actually allow ruptures now. Man, these Pro codes, they are... I tell you, man, I think I like them better than the cheat codes. Now, having cheat codes in the front and Pro codes in the rear work really, really good. So, there we are with this. Now it is in. I'm going to try to put the wheel in. I don't have all my bolts and stuff handy, but... let me see. I got to find my bolt box and all that. Because I got all the bolts for these wheels. I just got to find them. Let me put them in, though. I know I don't generally work while you guys are on here because I want to give my attention to you guys. But I would like to see what this is going to feel like. See if this is going to be a little bit too stiff or what here. 4-link can't be beat for precise. Now, what I like about the 4-link with servo on axle is that it does not affect the chassis. Does not affect the chassis at all when you're loading the steering. Even on a properly set up servo in chassis, when you go to turn it, you can still see the chassis move. So now these are the wheels off of Amazon. Super lightweight. What if I could get these exact wheels only super heavy? Would you guys be interested in them? And both the 1.9 and the 2.2. These are 2.2s. Because I think I may have a way to get a set of these to where we can really make this work for us. And these inserts are tight to pop in here. But they actually physically lock into the wheel, into the center. Aha, did you hear that? That was it. And it is physically locked in place. Now the back side goes in. To now just attaching to the axle got me troubled. I put dual stage foams in mine and they are great. Dual stage foams are absolutely awesome. But I do got to tell you, everything evolves, and this is that evolution. You'll never get this out of a dual stage foam. As much as I like Crawler Innovations, phenomenal, you're not going to match this. And that is my own profile right there. You're just not going to match this. Oh, these look good. Holy cow. Man. Oh, I'm going to... Ooh. This is kind of making you feel like you got something right. What's up, RC Daily? Man. Let me see here. This is going to be awesome. Now, on the back of the moose, I've also got it, I've got these actually set up to where, I don't have the moose out here, but I can actually preset a offset on it. As in the back of my moose, I've got the capper axles, right? But guess what? It pulls the tire in. The rear of the moose is the same width as an SCX 10.3 with stock tires. And that's with capper axles. Ooh. 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 That's what I'm talking about right there. Yep, I got all the foaminess right here, but right here you get into the insert. And that's where you get your sidewall support. That is beautiful. Man. I like this. All right, now let me get back to you guys. Sorry, I get distracted sometimes when I do something really cool. All right, see here, it's everywhere I cross around me. What foams are not good here? Water. Yeah, typically most of your printed inserts from anybody, Mike Debris, are going to be fine with water. Just make sure you let it drain. Carson, Proline trenchers are awesome tires. Done a complete changeover. Wish I could upload a picture of it. A picture of what, Nate? What tires are those? I'm in and out of the tune with TV. These are actually the J Concepts Scorpios, are what these are. So, and I'm thinking that these are going to be really good, especially at Cherokee Rock Village, because of the terrain. So that's kind of why I'm putting these on. I've got I'm about to say trencher. I've got the rupture versions. I've got the bogger versions. And I've got another version as well. But these right here are what I'm putting on for this because I really want to see this right here work. Do you spend all your retirement funds on RC cars yet? No, sir, Ethan. I am doing actually really good. I'm still fat and happy. Stacy, RC Junkyard. Guys at Cherokee Rock Village this weekend, they will be there. And they pack a lot of stuff, man. I almost always end up leaving with something. Nice to see you on here, Stacy. The 4-link. Would you prefer the Tusk or the Trenchers? The Tusk or the Trenchers? I would prefer the Tusk. Landmines are still a good tire. I think we've kind of moved past landmines, though, to be honest with you. The Tusk is pretty much there. And I saw somebody mention about the licensed tires. That's a move that Sorka's trying to do, which is basically trying to shut down J Concepts, which I don't agree. Stacy, I am planning to leave. I'm planning to be there Thursday night, probably around 6 or 7. That's my game plan on getting there. So, hopefully I'll be able to get there in that time frame. Maybe I can get there a little earlier. I'd like to get there in the daylight, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get there earlier than that. Oh, dude, Marcus, you saw that? Dude, I'm just sitting here turning it and the wheels just spinning inside the tire. Man, yeah. Those were spinning pretty crazy. Yeah. All right, what have we got going here? Well, what Sorka did, and I've been very vocal about this, is when J Concepts did the megalithics. It was kind of like they're okay. So they sat back to let J Concepts invest more into the megalithics to make us some class 1s, to do this and do that. And then they turned right around and just slapped them. So with that, we allow megas in class 2, and we've also opened up to allow ruptures in class 3. So for us, ruptures are a legal tire for class 3 because why not? And ruptures have been on the ban list for like the was it the Sonomas from many years ago, but you know, the heck with it. They want to push, I can push back. My push is a lot smaller than theirs, but I can still push here. We haven't had anything vintage in a long time. It's possible we could do something on the on-road pad, like some old bow links and stuff, you know? See, Mike Debris, see, this is where we do have a voice on that. Like us here, when I host an event that is ours, that is mine. I'm not going to sit here and do all this work and host a Sorka event. In my opinion, that's not my event. So I've never been a guy to take somebody else's rule sheet and just say, here are the rules we're going by. To me, that's lazy, unimaginative, and just unoriginal, in my opinion. So is it good to have a sanctioning body? Absolutely, yes. But if you're going to host an event, make it yours. The way I've always thought about it. And see, the megas do, and the ruptures are perfectly fine for class 3. Now we have this class we call Scale Sporty, and in this class you can run pin tires. If you have a truck with no bed on the back of it, that puts you into Scale Sporty. Just because that's where you're going to end up with, typically speaking, the really crazy LCG trucks with the big double bends and all that. That's where you'll generally find those, and we figure we'll put those with the Capras and all that and let them run. I think we only had like 5 entries this past comp though, but at least we had some entries in that class, which was nice to see. Hey Max Paul, what's up? Making tires of the 112 Losi NASCAR. I've already asked about that, Craig, and right now it's a brand new size tire, so it's not like a normal 110 tire, and I'm still waiting on the soft ones. I got those pre-ordered and all that, but like everybody else, I'm sitting here waiting. I usually come up with a different IP and create the class everyone wants. As far as creating the class everybody wants, that's up to you. You get your buddies together that you guys want to compete with, and you talk to your buddies and you make the classes you want for your area. That's what we did here. It's just this class is for us. We don't even have scale points here anymore. One of the things we do use is we use a tire size limits that Sorka set. Bumper requirements, I'm not even sure they require that anymore, but we go by it. Tire coverage for class 1, and basically no MOAs. So other than that, I mean, heck, the course, the narrowness of the gates and all is going to separate whether you try to run Capra axles in class 1 or not. You're not going to do very well. Rules to play by our torch. That's funny in a way. Oh, I know, Pat. I agree. But, man, I'm going to tell you, the closest place you can go that has no rules with people with vehicles is your local mud hole, especially when they get the liquid courage going. And if you really sit back and watch, there's a reason we have rules. There really is. There is a reason for rules. And when you look at competition rules and all that, you're going to look at them and you're going to think, that is the dumbest rule, like putting fans on your truck to make it climb better, you know? The dumbest rules, because somebody did it. Somebody pushed that to make them have to create a rule to go on there. In which I've got another drone now. So I've got an actual drone. I'm going to put that on there. But I'm kind of wondering, though, should I take the drone and put it on a stick and glue the stick to the body and have the drone pulling like that? Or should I have it pushing like this, like pushing the vehicle down? Like, you know, like a 45, push it down into it? Or should I have it up front pulling the vehicle up? I don't know. What do you guys think about that? If it's pulling, it's lifting, but it's not pushing into the ground. And the ground is where you get your traction. Look at that. A Red Cat Fusion won my sporty class. Hey. Nice. I didn't even really notice that. In real life, you can buy 54-inch tires these days. Oh, yeah. 54-inch DOT legal tires. I remember many years ago, and it was a TTC, a big red Chevy on 54-inch boggers. Man, that thing looks so good. Oh, man. Top Truck Challenge. I actually entered my truck for that, but didn't get the votes. RC, we RC rock. I like the sound of that. Beautiful job, Colorado Adventure. No, I did not. They have another I'm going to call them up and get me a set of those sticky tires. I wish we had more natural rock here, is what I wish. And speaking of that, Enlighten, every time you go to a park, just grab a couple nuggets or something and bring it out here. You're talking about that beast right there? I'm going to talk to Keone, who owns that vehicle, and see if he'll let me take it to Cherokee. Right. See, that's what I'm thinking. Should I push, like, down into the surface with it or pull the vehicle? Man, I want to make it work, Pat. I want to make it work. See, years ago, my buddy Nick, he took some drone fans and he put it on his, and dude, he was climbing a wall. That wall was probably this steep. I mean, it was just going up that thing. I mean, it was pretty darn awesome, which we had to make a rule, no external fans, which is why you got stupid rules. Don't forget to hit that like. What pinion gear do you recommend for the Hobbywing Easy Run Max 6 1650 motor running on the Mojave mainly for off-road bashing? Are you running 6S or 8S? If you're running 6S, whatever the stock pinion gear, bump that up a little bit because you lost some kV, which motor is going to turn slower on 6S. If you're running 8S, you might want to drop it down a couple teeth from whatever you're at with the stock 2050 kV motor. Ducted fan on top of his rig. Oh, I see your video. I wish. Those ducted fans, man. Mine just weren't strong enough. Dodge Ram 6x6. Which year was that, dude? I was all over Four Wheeler Magazine waiting for those when they came out. I was buying the videos and everything. 15 to 22. Nice pull. I'm seriously waiting for you to pull the trigger and just build a super. Honestly, Marcus, if I get a super, I'll probably see if I can just buy one of Keone's. He has 3 of these things. 3 of them. So I'll probably just see if I can buy one of his if I really want one. And I kind of do, but it's not a must-have, you know. It's not a must-have. He was pushing the vehicle down to get the traction. I got you, Colorado. Right. Super stick build is unstoppable. That's close to a stick, but it's still got actual shocks and stuff on it, so it's not really a stick. All right, Nelson, do me a favor before you go invest in pinion gears. Go ahead and run it with the stock pinion gears just to see if that's enough for you. That might be perfectly fine for you, and that motor should run real easy on 6S. Should be a nice, smooth running motor on that. I did, Colorado. The guy posted that. Yes, he had like basically a little pancake, like a Holmes snub nose at each corner. The crazy thing is, man, think about the possibilities of that. You could program differentiation into it. You could program, obviously, like when you go to turn, it'll be almost like the those axles, the dynamic axles that I've got. You know, you turn, the mix actually starts increasing and decreasing wheel speeds. You end up with that's a whole new avenue, a whole new way to crawl. The spark drive, yeah, it's just a whole new way to go, man. And it's really interesting. Zero turn, exactly. All of that, man. It opens up a whole lot of different abilities and ways of driving and all that, man. Oh, you're talking about the T-Rex. Yes, I remember the T-Rex. I do. That guy came back as a judge. Quite a few. He was kind of a weird looking dude, if I recall correctly. But yeah, that if that was to make its way and start being like legit, man, that'd be so much more that can be done with that kind of a drive. I mean, granted, you have more components, this and that, but at that point, you could literally have the axle, you know, like, you know, really up and out of the way. You could really have that going. Setting up another one of these tires because I really want to drive these tomorrow. I've got tomorrow and Thursday morning I've got to pack. So I've got a lot of packing to do. I've got some SCX6 Vidavon I'm bringing. I've got, let me see, SCX6 Vidavon. I've got some Rift stuff and then printed inserts. Possibly some axle stands. I've got a brand new to the market truck that I'm bringing as well. So you guys will be able to mess around with that. Bringing Ram Bouncer. So it should be a pretty good time out there. And I'm a sponsor and a vendor, so I will actually have a canopy this time. Or at least I'll have a canopy set up to where we can actually, you know, I can actually have a table. I gotta find it, but I got me one of those little we'll be back at such and such a time. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably set it up to where while I'm out and about, because I don't want to be stuck at the canopy for this event. I want to be able to move and go and do and drive and all that. So when I'll just set down, come back, set some stuff out. If you guys want to pick up stuff, be back at that time, and we should be all set. Yeah, you had a pretty big issue there, didn't you? Planet Gov has lots of deals, military trucks, helping to gyro that motor and portal. Hitting planet starts to overdrive the front the more you pull the trigger. And like, there are so many different things that can be done with that system. I mean, it just really opens up a lot. And so many different mixes, being able to drive it. I tell you this, I know I was driving the Super, and I was driving that, and off camera, I was literally driving and using the knob. So I was kind of steering, doing this number and all that. And believe it or not, actually was pretty darn good. I'm actually kind of surprised. I mean, I was actually kind of surprised that I had the control I did. About to say, you guys done got quiet now. Y'all better start speaking. If not, I'm gonna wrap this thing up and keep working on these tires. The twin transports we came out with. My high school truck was a Suburban 454, 400, 205, 2.5 tons on a 52. Hold on, you had 2.5 tons on your high school truck? Dude, mine had a Ford 9-inch and a Dana 44 front. Later on in life, it got a Pro Rock 60 and a 14-bolt rear. But you're telling me you literally drove your truck every day with that setup on 2.5 tons, 52s. 52-inch leaves, 16, 20s. I'm assuming those tires were about 44 inches tall. So if that's the case, you weren't moving very fast, not with 672 to gears. Lucas, what's up? A lot of what they do now, American, is when they run the brushed motors, you have a natural term from the old clodbuster days, clod stalls. In which when you load the back end, it does slow down and allows the front to overdrive. And also when you drop down, it'll allow the rear to kind of drag a little bit. Now, much the same way when you start talking e-buggies and race truggies and all that with the center diff. When you're on the throttle, the fronts are overdriving the back. When you hit the brakes, guess what? The fronts stop spinning and they're rolling. They're pushing a little bit, but they're rolling, allowing the back to kind of break traction. It can allow you to zip around. Now, that's on like loose dirt surface like that. You start talking carpet where you have just crazy traction everywhere. That's a whole different ball game, and I don't know carpet. These things are looking sweet. Dude, I'm liking this. Why did I not do this before? I've had these tires for like 2 months. Man, I feel like I've been slacking. Let's see here. 48-inch tall. You still wasn't going very fast. I bet it took off good though, didn't it? Discount job the best upgrade gears for my stock Traxxas XRT. You can probably try the Traxxas wide tooth gears. I think they're stronger because I know you'll bust the pinion and spur, the stock one. There's all kinds of aftermarket stuff out there. If you get really crazy with power, then you're talking a new motor mount, probably mod 1.5 gears, and just all kinds of craziness. Okay, see, I lived, I guess, about 10, 12 miles away. So I actually had to drive on the roads with mine. What will be a good replacement axle for SCX 10 first gen? That will be SCX 10.2 axles. See if you can put a set of those under there. Carson Lemon, how much for what? The 2.2 Pro Codes? First start with a 67 Bronco. Ooh, a Windsor. Man, yeah, see, I had, mine had the 306 in it, which was, you know how they always try to say, oh, the 306, it's torquey, it's this and that. Yeah, because it was gutless. That's all it had, was like a little bit of torque to the darn thing. It was gutless, it wouldn't rev. But I ended up building a 351 Windsor for it. It was a board stroked out to 414 roller with AFR aluminum heads. I forget the roller cam it had in it, but let me see. It had Holley EFI in it, the throttle body EFI when they came out with that. Let me see. Shorty ceramic coat headers. It was actually a pretty nice little engine. I want to say it was around 10-to-1 compression, which for that time on pump gas was actually kind of pushing it. Yes, sir. Enlighten. I want to see them things work the next time you come out. The benefits of these wheels is that you can take this off the hub and you can really inset the wheel. So, and if you run these on the rear with a really thin hub, like on a capper axle, you can cover the entire portal with these things easy and have tons of room, clearance for the front and everything. So these come with actually a kind of a wide hex. I'm going to put these on the way they are just to see, but I may make some adjustments to the hexes on these as well. But these are a really lightweight, low rotational mass. So, I mean, there's kind of two trains of thought here. Really lightweight wheels and tires, put all your brass on the axle. If you blip the throttle, there's less shock load. There's less instant load to the driveline. The tires will spin quicker. They'll stop quicker. They're more crispy because there's less weight to deal with. But if you want heavy wheels and tires for that ballast, these are not your setup. This is carbon right here. This stuff weighs nothing. So, and I may be making a mistake, but I mean, if I could get something like this, only really, really heavy, would you guys want it? Because I think I can. And you guys probably know who I'm talking about too. I killed my 300 several times. Usually it was dealing with burnt valves and stuff like that. Carson, how much I want for the Max? I'm not planning to sell my Max. Besides, I've got so much Vidavon on that thing. See, American mine is really good and stable up to about 60. Past that, it really starts getting a little bit on the crazy side. See, I had the 408 kit in mine, except it was bored 60 over, which made it the 414. So that was how I got the 414, but I had the 408 kit. I thought about going with a higher kit, but I didn't want to put the oil rings into the piston ring, into the piston rod area. Let me see. I used to figure it out. 2.4 Toyota boy. 4, yes. 2002, 99, I had 92, 97 Z71. Typically. Yeah, but American, think about this. I had the same issue. Every time it broke down, you got to repair it, didn't you? So you got to learn how to work on things. Because if you didn't work on it and have it running, you wasn't going anywhere. Same with me. Colorado, you are correct. And also with the mass, if you're trying to bump up something, the more weight you have on the axle assembly, the more mass is rebounding off of that to carry the chassis, usually in the wrong direction. So I would like to have a little bit more weight though in the wheel, especially on the Moose. One climb out there, the Moose just has never gotten, I've tried probably a dozen times, is the Sam. It's never got Sam. It's been right there, but it will not get Sam. Will not get that climb, man. It just won't. Slant 6. I drove a Dodge with a slant 6 in it one time. 300 with a mid-sized turbo is a fun build. I never did the turbo. Never did that. I looked at the Offenheiser, whatever it was, intake on it to try to get some juice out of it. But, man, when I finally put that 351 Windsor in there, oh, man. Never did I even consider going back to 6-cylinder. How do I like the Fusions? You're talking about the Fusion from Red Cat or the Hobbywing Fusion. If you're talking about the Hobbywing Fusion, awesome. I graduated in '93. Well, you had that thing stroked out to 426? Man, I bet them pistons were only this thick. Yeah. Dude, these are really turning out nice, man. I am really happy with how this is turning out. Tomorrow's going to be a fun day. Now, I've got one more to do, but I kind of want to put it together on camera. Or I could just take a picture of another one. Go ahead and get this put on, so at least I'm all set. Then all I got to do is find the bolts and finish bolting these all together. I might do that. Speaking of alternator, don't you guys love it when they post pictures of their turbo and it's an alternator? Yeah. Charging at 10.5, or was it dragging it down to 10.5? Well, Colorado, make it happen, dude. This works. I've also got these for the little 1/16 and 1/18 scales. Except they're so light you don't even need foams. Just put these in. What made me choose the Scorpios is because of where I'm going this weekend. I'm going to Cherokee Rock Village, and it's a real grippy sandstone. And I really think these right here will be a good tire for that area. I just feel these will be a good tire for that area. And I haven't run these tires in forever. So I'm like, let's do it. Let's see what happens. At worst comes to worst, I get to tear these all apart. Or I order more wheels off of Amazon and put all of them together. Oh, man. I like the way these are turning out, though. I really do. And yes, I do vent the tires. This vent is right here. Well, if you do, like Colorado, if you do these wheels right here, which I've now got to find the other wheel, but I can show you here. See this right in here? there's a groove in the inner beadlock ring on these wheels, and this pops into it. So it's got a physical hold in there, and it works out pretty good. Oh yeah, so you're actually doing the whole deal with the where's this other wheel at? I gotta find this other wheel. I want to get this thing done now. It's around here somewhere. I'll find it later. I'll probably do it on video so you guys can see my fingers cramp up. So, all right, so we are at 71 of you guys here. We just made it past the first hour. I do want to mention again that this weekend, Cherokee Rock Village in Leesburg, Alabama is the Halloween Haul and Crawl. I posted on Facebook about the Gramapalooza event. So that is on. I've got a food vendor for that. I got a feel it's going to be pretty awesome. As soon as I get back, I'm going to pick up material. I'm going to build a brand new ramp specifically for this event. So should be pretty darn good. It's just be a little, probably 8 foot wide. And the goal is to jump off of the pad. So 8 foot wide, 4 foot, a nice transition. I may have to do a little bit more than that. I may do a little bit more. But regardless, that's the whole point. So we get a good smooth jump off the pad. With centered rings that are a large diameter, so traditional foams wouldn't fit right for me, right? 4 bills I haven't taken out for a run yet. Slacking. Airtime. Man, we're gonna have jumps, everything, man. It's gonna be a pretty big event, I think. So I've got to make sure I coordinate with my guys and all that to make sure I get everything right. Oh, now I was saying, who would put a 575 and a 512 tire? And then I see it was Tommy Tyson. Let me guess, this must be your tug of war truck, right? You're trying to really make that thing solid. Am I correct? I probably won't be able to get to that country kid until I get back. So I don't see, I have the blue silk in the printer. So maybe I'll be able to at least print off that one file that I showed you. At least have those. But I don't know that I'm going to be able to actually do anything with it until I get back. Power 4.7. Oh, for Stacy's name. You know, Tommy, when you guys do the sumo thing, you know, I was looking at the last one you guys did. You had that guy there, and he had that short course body, and he was basically a wedge. You know, I mean, for the most part, it was heavy enough that everybody, when trying to push on, they were just driving up and falling over. He was basically driving a wedge. Did you notice that? So might be something to think about. I mean, to me, if I'm going to do a bash session, and if I can wedge and just put you over top and flip you over, that's what I'll do, right? Are you ever going to build the SCX-10 with twin I-beams, suspension, long travel, suspension in the back? Well, Hazardous Monkey, I did have one of those, and I sold it. Okay, Tommy, so you noticed that as well. To me, it was almost an unfair thing, in my opinion, but I'm just a spectator. I'm just a speck on a tater. Oh, Andrew, what's up? Contact Arthur on his email. I did a while back. I got to email him about some other parts and stuff, though. One of the reasons for rules. Yep. I've never been to a snowbird race. Oh, American, man, I tell you what, if you ever get a chance to come to one of these events and you see these guys run, dude, it is amazing. During the tug of war last year, I tried to enter the Raminator, but it took two SCX6s with two guys sitting on them to stall it and pull it backwards. And one of them spit his rear axle gears out. Now, this year, I've got quite a bit of SCX6 ring and pinions in. I've got the overdrives, the normal drives. I've got front axle shafts. I've got drive shafts. I got a pretty good stock of SCX6 parts I'm bringing this year. And I've got a decent supply of Rift. You know, Marcus, when I was smiling a few minutes ago, I was thinking about the whole dictator thing. I heard back from him in 3 weeks. I know he was having issues with his messenger. The recent that I was able to get through him with messenger was on the business page. That was working, but normal messenger didn't work for him for some reason. Clayton, sorry, buddy. I am not running a 5K. I'm not even walking a 5K. Running brush. I did a micro Komodo with a trans flip unless you're going to trim the hood. I have no idea what I've got in there. It just needs wheels and a servo. Yes, sir, Andy. Come on, down the trail like I was. No way, dude. I have zero desire to try to do that. Besides, how in the world are we going to compete against Sabretooth? I mean, really? All right, I got a lot of printing to do tonight so I can get everything out before I leave. All right. I like emails like that. Yeah, Andy, I'm of advanced age now. I can't run or walk a 5K. I'm fine, like, sitting on an ATV for 5K. I can do that. Yep. There is no way the channel's getting to 100K by the end of the year. Maybe next year sometime. It might make it, but not this year. Oh, I got you, American. Yeah, that's not within your range there. Axle, portal, wheels. Stinky, if you look up, you'll see an email address. I can special order all of these things for you. If you go to the website, Vidavon, you can actually order it there and have it a lot quicker than what I could get it for you. So, I mean, it's just something, but send me an email, exocagedrc@yahoo.com, and we'll see what we can get you fixed up with. Because if you really want to get it, it will be better if you just order it directly from the website and get it a lot faster than I can get it for you. $5K. Yeah. When does my walker come in? Hopefully not for another couple years. Do I have a video on my Yeah, buddy. I was a direct drive twin I-beam. Yeah, if you just look on if you do a little search for it, Proline twin I-beam or something like that. Yeah, I put a 1/8 scale motor in it with a drive shaft directly on the motor shaft, and I used a TRX4 rear axle to get the gear reduction, and it was actually pretty decent. If I stay up there with the old farts, you go, oh no. Enlighten. Dude, I have not called them. I've not called them. So I'm just simply going to stay in the car. Get a mullet wig and call yourself an RC chick. Oh, if I know some women I could put on the channel and probably get that, but I just don't think that's right. It'd be awful fun, though. I can get the channel done by a bunch of bots. Oh, my God. You know, every so often, they go through with a bot removal thing. Every so often, they go through and remove it. Some channels lost a lot of bot subs, man. A lot of bots. When they went through it, I guess about 2 years ago on my channel, I lost like 12. Enlightened RC, that is Larry, yes. I have not seen the metal I-beam version. If I put a pew-pew on there, it's going to make one side happy and the other side mad. People have very thin skin nowadays. On Facebook, you put a little emoticon, a laughing emoticon. Oh, it's like you're going to slap their mama in the mouth. I'm like, what is wrong with you people? It's just the internet. I guess they don't realize, like, when I grew up, you know, you don't have an internet. And then you can turn the thing off. Even though my entire life is on the internet now. Mir, what's up? Call it the Freedom Fighter. What's good? XO, what's up? RC Addict. That's the worst. Man, we used to have a guy, Pat, we used to have a guy, he could throw an insult like this, but dude, if you returned fire, oh my God, the world was ending. He could dish it, but couldn't take it back at all. We finally run him off because we kept dishing it back. Yeah. Especially one buddy of mine, Mark Perella. I cannot believe how. Mark is the kind of guy that you either love him or you just really want to strangle him and watch him go slowly. And he literally said he's never had to fight. And I'm like, Mark, how have you never had to defend yourself for the things you say? His filter is like a screen door with only half the screen left in it. That's Mark. Good dude. Don't get me wrong. He's a good dude. But man, woo. And if he thinks he's got under your skin, oh God, it just gets worse. My truck, left by my truck. That was offensive. Anybody offended by that needs to go look in a mirror. Says they can really be offended. Doing well. What's up? All right, F3 RC, yes sir. We're down here. Oh, where I'm at, man. We really didn't get. Well, I really didn't get the storm. Really didn't. So it really didn't. I would imagine you did, American. That's why I just call you American. It's just easier to say. I got my name years ago when the internet was coming around, was all looking for our own little unique name. And my truck had an Exocaged on it, so that's kind of where Exocaged came from. It has nothing to do with RC at all. So we got 40 minutes. 40 whole minutes, people. What are we going to talk about? Oh, that was your dad's house? I saw the video from Andy. Marcus, I don't want to ruin anything, but we get lucky quite a bit. And I know that I'm due for... Oh my God. I know that I am due to get hit. I know I am. His other nicknames. I am not saying Andy's last name, dude. So that, yeah, Andy sent me that video. Man, that was silverback. All right, let's talk about some stuff here. What have I got? I got some stuff here. This is some of the, if you guys saw a bit of release the conversion kit for the Raminator, this is like your mounts and all. Dude, this is a lot of beef. Like to mount your motor, ESC, all that stuff. This is wild big. Now, when I do my Raminator conversion, which I will, I have a full kit for myself. It's going to be pretty awesome. What I like about this, low center of gravity. It's going to drop the center of gravity of the truck way down. The batteries are coming down and everything. So, and I believe he's got them in the middle of the chassis, which I asked for. That way, the truck isn't so tail heavy. It's high performance, people. Think performance. Think Raminator racing. Yeah. It's gonna be awesome, but I don't have time enough to even do anything with it. My Raminator right now comes in at an honest like 102 pounds. Now hopefully when I get this in, I can get it under 100. Oh, speaking of that, Justin, did I post the video yet with the, I actually put the name. I've made some plates they call Snoo, G-Spot, Tatsumaki, and Fubuki. How many of you guys know who Tatsumaki is? I'm not going to say. And Fubuki. Because that's leading up to another obstacle that I have yet to build. I'm going to build another obstacle and I'm going to call it Saitama. Doug Petrick. Yo, you're talking about the Raminator conversion? Message me, Doug. Because I know we got to ship all the way to Canada. Fubuki, One Punch Man. Yes. So is Tatsumaki. Now, Tatsumaki, she's known as the Terrible Tornado. And I put her in that spot by the tree so it kind of twists like a tornado, which I thought was pretty good. Yes, Clayton, only some people will get some. It's not hentai. It's not hentai or hentai or... I don't even know how to pronounce that word, dude. I don't even know what it means. All I ever look at is RC stuff. I do like some anime, yes. Typically the kind of... Oh, she's a spinner. But there's this website that you can go to where you can watch all kinds of stuff. And it's really awesome for long road trips. Because... Oh, I can't even show this screen to you guys. Yeah, this I can show. If you go to this website right here, there's all kinds of cartoons. All kinds of them. Everything from like Family Guy, all kinds of stuff. One Punch Man. I mean, there is a list. I mean, all these are on here. So when you're on a really, really good long drive, you can set your phone up kind of off screen, you know, kind of to the side, and let it play through your speakers, and it's actually pretty nice. You know, just watch these things forever. Inserts the hub place. I finally ordered my inserts. So excited. Awesome. Did you order them like right here? Let me see. I see Super Softs for the J Concepts. Got those to get taken care of. I got about 10 printers running right now. So, oh yeah. Should be a line called the Fury, the Furry. And we're not doing any furries. You're kidding, Clayton. No, they're not. If they are, that's a Trudeau thing. What's up, Mike? You're bringing to Holland Craw to sell. I'm bringing a whole bunch of different I'm bringing pro codes. I got more material ordered. Hopefully it comes in early tomorrow because I'm out of the material I use for the pro codes. It's a little bit different than what I use for the cheat codes and other things. But hopefully it comes in tomorrow. I'm planning to leave here probably around 11 o'clock on Thursday, which should put me there 6:30 or 7. So if I say I'm leaving at 11 o'clock, you can pretty much figure 12. So I am bringing as many inserts as I can get done. Oh, the 2.2, the 2.2 Bajas. Yeah, I think those shipped out today. No need to see Marge Simpson. You know, I have seen some pictures. And how do I say this and not be rude? The carpet matched the drapes. Kids are dressing up as furries and demanding we call the animal they dress up. Yes, Justin, that is a sickening thing. 2 months till it comes to Canada. Are you running your VFD stubby kit? I'm looking for motors for my new. In that vehicle, I've got a the M size motor by Holmes Hobbies, and then I've got the Crawlmaster Mini V3 is driving that motor, and it does pretty good. Now the M is the motor that he designed to fit in that frame. You can use like a pancake, but you'll lose the torque. This is about as much torque as you're going to get and fit correctly in there. Dude, I've got 3X Maxes, I've got the regular Max, and now I'm going to have the Mini Max. So if it's anything like the other Maxes, yes, it's going to be awesome. And it comes with a BL2S system in it, so it's ready to go, man. So I would assume Arthur's going to be getting one, and we'll have all kinds of Vidavon for that as well. No, Justin. Blue is not my favorite color. My all-time favorite cartoon, Family Guy. Family Guy. Peter Griffin. Quagmire. Joe. Let me see. Oh, man. I can't remember everybody. Cleveland. What's worse is having them running around yelling, ooh, woo. I've seen this annoying little girl on TikTok that does that. King of the Hill is good. Futurama, man. Justin, if you watch Futurama from the very start, in order, it tells a story. It's really awesome. The way the storytelling is on Futurama. There's a lot more to that than just like Family Guy. It's just whatever you happen to be random today. It's really interesting. American Dad is good. You know, I like to say I retired, but I did not. I just left a job to actually start doing work. But I love being able to do this every day. I was outside recording. What was I recording today? I did 3 videos I got to finish up today. Let me see. I did the 3S Big Rock. I did 12S Outcast. And I did this other truck that I can't talk about. Yeah, those are the 3 I did today. Tomorrow, I want to get these taken care of. Possibly on, definitely on the Moose. I may try them on something else. But definitely on the Moose. I want to get these on that. And this other vehicle again. I need to get that back out there and get that one. I want to try to get another 3 videos tomorrow. This way, while I'm out at Cherokee, I don't have to worry about, you know, the channel or anything like that. They're scheduled to come up, and while I'm out there, I'll be taking videos. I don't have enough signal out there to go live. I don't have enough signal out there to upload. I've tried it. I can barely upload a thumbnail out there. That's how bad the signal is. And you're on top looking over the city. And the signal is just really bad. Been retired for 19 years now. What is Brickleberry? Well, we did have the Cleveland show, yes. Didn't quite work out for him, though. He had to go back to Peter. The one thing I can't talk about, I can honestly say it is not a 5th scale. Justin, I have some inserts that I made for somebody, and like with the pro codes. Now you got to keep in mind these plastics, they are thermally active. So if it gets cold, they may very well get and change. As where the foams, as long as they're not a memory foam, it's going to stay pretty much where it's at. That's why I really like the pro codes. Now, I can modify a set of pro codes and put a weight channel in them. I've done that before. And they are like a special order item. But you'd have to email me, get a hold of me so I can know exactly what you're dealing with. The weights, which are like the lead weights and all that stuff. But I have made weight channel inserts before, which is what I call them. And basically, the inside of it, right through here, has a channel in it for weights. One-half scale. It's not that big. Let me see. Brickleberry was an adult cartoon by Daniel Josh. Yeah, I remember that one. See, a crawler or a basher. Ren and Stimpy. I can't say right now whether it's a crawler or a basher. Could be a little of both. So Justin, send me an email, message me, and we can look at, see what your wheels are. If you're still running the Tusk, I can probably get you fixed up. It's more than likely going to be after I come back from Cherokee, though, from the haul and crawl. So probably, unless you need something that I've already got made, and I've got quite a few custom files in there for custom orders. Yeah. It's just they're so custom, and it's like I don't really want to put them out there because they're very specific for specific applications. I need solid inserts with weight channels. That would take a massive amount of filament to make that happen. New Vanquish Ripper 2 that doesn't exist. No, it's not the Ripper 2. No, sir. Replace my front axle housing unit anyway, so I have time. Next comp isn't until next month. Okay, we should be able to get you something taken care of because I've got, like I said, I've got the pattern already done. So I can set that up and get that going. It is a different, because of the weight channels. You see how this drops in like this? So because the weight channels are going to take up space in here. So you'll have to open your foam up a little bit more here to make up for that. But I can get this in there and still give you a good sidewall over here as well. Captain Caveman. Slide metal slugs in. What are your tires, Tommy? What are the tires you're running? Clayton, I don't get it either. It's just something, I guess, rich guys get to brag about having. It's like a Lambo. I got a Lambo. I'm like, sweet. My Hyundai will get me there just the same. It's just harder to pick up chicks in a Hyundai than it is with a Lambo. All different ones, depending on class. So all you really need is a weight holder in your tires, basically. Yeah, buddy, the Hyundai. 13 pounds and under pit bull rock beast. Man, I don't have any rock beasts. I've never had them, but I've never messed with them. You can mule in your Hyundai and not get pulled over like you would not. This is true. This is true. What's up, Daniel? This is true. The Hyundai just kind of blends in. It's just the quartz white. It blends in with everybody. It doesn't stand out. I've went through the whole I want to stand out thing, and that's overrated. How do I like crush lock rims? If I have a use for them, I'm sure they'll be fine. I just don't really have a use for them. Hey, Daniel, how many of those Raminator raffle tickets do you guys have left? Hey, Bo, what's up? Yeah, how many of them? Now, Daniel is a DFD, and he's got a Raminator, brand new Raminator that he is raffling off, $50 a ticket. I think there's only 100 tickets or something like that, so the odds aren't bad at all. Well, South Florida, at least you got pulled over and you didn't crash into a crowd of people, you know? Woo, boy. Yeah, see, I have zero need for anything that won't pull a trailer. My little Hyundai pulls that trailer fine, which will be at Halloween Haul and Crawl this weekend. Yeah, I got to get that thing loaded, but I got a lot of stuff I got to get done. I'm thinking I might go out there and turn on some lights and see if I can put this skid in. Go ahead and get this going, you know. You know, Mike, I saw that and I was like, huh. To make that really good, it would have been nice if they could have come up with some kind of a little bitty independent suspension for that thing. Now that would have been interesting. But you guys like the SEX 24s? I mean, possible there's something else. F3 RC and John Glenn made a track like the size of your track in my town. Any advice? Yeah, F3 RC, just stay consistent. Stay consistent. All right, so there's only 34 spots left of 80. All right. So at Gramapalooza, I'm gonna pick up 2 spots from you right there. The only thing I have against me doing it is if I pick up 2 spots and I win it, it's going to look weird. It's going to look fishy, you know? That's why I try not to enter any raffles and stuff like that, you know, because if I enter and I get the win, oh, it's rigged. It's rigged. You know, that's the first thing everybody's going to say. And it's really interesting when you go to any event and the staff pretty much wins everything. It can be the most legit pull ever, and they almost always are. But it still looks bad. It really does. When your staff of the event is winning everything, it just looks bad. It just does. At least in my opinion, it does. Did you recheck percent? No, too small. Now, I've got brass to go on this SCX24. So, but what I want to do is get out there, see if I can find a very specific climb and see if I can do like a before and after to really look at the difference of it. I may have enough stuff out there to do that now. Maybe. We'll have to see. Okay, a big grill and a two-piece. Just shouldn't happen. No, but it happens all the time, usually at Walmart. Take it in the mud. Man, I am not a mud bog guy. A 1/10 scale Lexus. If they do a 1/10 scale Lexus, I really hope that it's independent suspension all the way around, so it's actually more scale accurate. Do I like the Fusion SE? Yes, the Fusion SE is probably the best $70 on there. I go to Walmart quite a bit. You're bringing your SCX24 and your 18 Ascent. We'll find some awesome lines. I'll probably bring my Ascent 18 as well. I've got that. So you guys are awful quiet. We need to make some noise in here. Hey, what about like on the next live? It's like the last 15 minutes, we just go off topic on everything. Y'all want to do that? If that's the case, if y'all want to do that now, we got 2 minutes to go off topic. Have I ever used a Copperhead 10 crawler ESC? I have not. Jason, what's up? They had a mini LMT, Mojave Grom, gift card to the shop, and discount. Nice, okay. The Rift Crawler Project, a can of Slice was never 25 cents. All right, so Jordan Hall, I don't drink beer. I've never had a taste for it. I've tried it, but I just don't have a taste for it. Are you a shrubbery kind of guy? I have no idea what that even means. There's a 1/24th and 1/18th event at Hall and Crawl. Really? No, Sean still has it out there. Yeah, that SBR 2.0, it made its rounds and came all the way back home. Should I get the Max or the Creighton? That's a tough one. I think the Creighton is more high performance, but the Max is just a much better basher in my opinion. I have watched some of his lives, yes. I generally don't hang out for live streams too much. I have been into, I don't even know what that means. Sonic Moto, what's up? Shrubbery, green trees. I gotta mow the grass every now and then, but I don't do any designer shrubs. Mini monster truck battery event. Man, okay, I'm just gonna do a lot of video out there. I want to run everything, but I can't. A good server for your granite grum. I've gone through 2, enjoy a 7K. Turtle, the 99 Micro by Reese fits in. except for you can't use this stock servo saver. You just got to put a horn on there. And speaking of that, on my Outcast 12S, I killed another servo on that one. I put a stock servo in it because I'm like, it'll be okay. Well, no, it was not. Could you, so the max is better. Oh, Jordan, no. As you can tell, I don't know the slang for that. Sorry. I do not know the slang for that. So that is not my thing there. Dude, I love Uncrustables. I'm bringing some with me up to Cherokee. The Mini 24, the way that motor is set up, the stock motor, the magnets are on the sides. That's why it's kind of got the flats. Man, it would take such an insanely small motor to actually be round correctly in that. So I had to use the other transmission and all that, but I was able to get it in. It just took a lot more work than what I had planned. My 40 minutes of thaw. What is a good body for a 10-2 crawler? Man, I like the J Concept Stage Killer. That's the body that I go to right now. But a microwave 15 to 30 seconds. I will do that. I've got some in there with the strawberry and with the grape right now. Dude, Uncrustables. We were at an event. I think it was a Beat the Creek event. And Sean came out and he had these weird looking little sandwich things. I'm like, dude, I'm starving. Let me get one of them things. Oh my goodness. They were awesome. Oh, they were awesome. What's up, NC Matt? Rock bouncing, tug of war, trailer lift, table of death, zigzag, scale event. Also nice. Okay. You have a cliffhanger, but it scrubs. Well, clearance it. Really? Okay, I will nuke it. Those cookies you had, or whatever you had at Badlands, were good. I had cookies at Badlands? Actually, I think those were Uncrustables, Clayton. I'll tell you what I want to try, something I've done years ago. You take like peanut butter and jelly and you dip it in chicken noodle soup. Dude, I'm going to try it with the Uncrustable. I think that'd be awesome. Because my shocks, I would have to cut it because my shocks are short. Well, buddy, you got to make some clearances in there, or you got to buy a new body. The Stage Killer body is nice and narrow. I don't think I have one up here, so that might be an option, or just trim what you've got. Supposedly, if you take an Oreo and squirt, I really don't have them in Canada. Of course you don't. They're probably been banned in Canada. Thin Mint Oreo and squirt canned cheese on it. It tastes like cheesecake. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Pat, straight to jail. I don't know what's going on there. Stupid fat fingers. I get fat fingers too sometimes. I gotta go wash these things. TikTok says it's true, so it has to be true. What isn't banned in Canada? I would love to spray cheese, but that would be illegal, right? Straight to jail. Possibly. Now, if you want, Clayton, if you want it next year at Badlands, I will bring some spray cheese just for you. I will bring you some spray cheese. Oh. Mini E6000 tubes. Yeah, I can bring some of those. Yeah, I was at the hobby shop and I asked about the whole Tamiya paint thing. They didn't know anything about it. Don't keister it and they'll be easier on you. What we do is we get his buddy to like get Clayton over there about a foot away and see if his buddy can, you know, hit the cheese dispenser and fire it across and get him. I think that would make great video. Yeah, that'd be really good video, wouldn't it? Old Clayton with a whole bunch of cream cheese all over him. I'm sure he'd love that one. Wait, that sounded bad. Ew. Sorry, Clayton. That was bad. WD-40 is banned. We had to ban some WD-40 where I used to work because people were using it to like spray on things, like food grade things. So it got hard to get a WD-40 where I used to work. Cheesy Clayton. Clayton the Cheese Master. Yeah, dude, that worked out good when you yelled out during the prizes at Badlands. White and splotchy. Oh, Marcus. Oh, man. All right, we got 8 minutes to finish this thing up. I can't wait to get these outside. These are going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to this. And then at Cherokee, these are going to be awesome too. The 10 Pro body's okay. If they come out with spray mayonnaise, I'm done with it. Spray mayo? Ooh. I haven't heard anything about cartons. I know he just had a recent event, and I was told the attendance was just okay. So, but I haven't heard anything else about it. Man, my luck, I'd probably get a ton of orders for some kind of something, and I'm like, no, I don't need that. Sprayonnaise. Ugh. That just sounds wrong. That's the stage killer. A whole lot of killer. Stage killer is that crawler body that I've got on the Moose. Yeah, USTE, I know. Probably. All right, so we got 7 minutes. Wrap this thing up. 63 of you guys on here, so go ahead and finish this thing up. We had a lot of silence right there. So I'm going to go turn the lights on. Baconaise? Never heard of that. I'm going to go turn the lights on out there and see if I can make this happen. I think it'll be good. What tire am I playing with here? This is the J Concept Scorpio 525 Class 3 tire. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this can do. I really think it's going to be good. That along with the Pro Code 525. It's on the Gorgon too. Yes, I've got it on the Gorgon. Yes. I have not seen Beetlejuice. Last night I got to watch Deadpool and Wolverine on YouTube. Yep, I watched the whole thing again. But what was weird was the Moose isn't here right now. But the thing about it is, the guy did some edits on it, and some scenes were backwards, and then it would switch back to this. It was a little bit annoying, but otherwise it was actually pretty good. The weird flipping screens, yes. It was so weird. I mean, I've seen it 4 times in the theater. I know which side Deadpool is supposed to look at. And when he's looking at the other side, it's just wrong. Megalithics, yes, they work good at Cherokee. You're going to put a lot of wear and tear on them, though. But yes, they do work good at Cherokee. Yep. Did you see it on YouTube? Now, the guy that I saw it, or the channel I saw it on, had 27,000 subs. I'm not sure if he went up or if that's going to be, if YouTube's just going to get rid of it. All right. 4 minutes. Now, Doug, I have the full kit here. I see what you're after here. Let me see. I'm not sure what the parts would be. We'll have to look at that, see if I can come up with something here. See, Mir, I can't do 3D. All it does is give me a headache. Any man that says Deadpool and Wolverine is mediocre or just okay, I got to question a lot of things about this. That is the most incredible movie. It is awesome start to finish. Which RC is going to be sacrificed when Kevin comes to town? Possibly an X-Max. I'm going to charge 100 batteries. I'm only charging about 20. And I probably only used 3 of them. So, James, what's up, buddy? Yes, sir, enlighten. Oh, is it good time at Exocaged? All right, Max, I appreciate it. I'm laughing. Throat punch. Dude, that movie was phenomenal, man. It was so much better than Deadpool 2. So much better. So much better. I'm talking like all the way through to Midget. And then you got Cavalrine. Dude, I think Henry Cavill could pull it off, man. I really think Henry Cavill could pull that off. Low Mini sprint car and you want for your on-road pad. Nah, I'm fine. Although it shouldn't be too hard to get, though. A little Mini B. All right, guys, going to go ahead and wrap this up. You guys are been good. Dogpool and Peter, yes, they were kind of important in that, wasn't it? All right, Stacy, catch you later. Mir, that dog actually won the ugliest dog in the UK, I believe it was. So that's like the ugliest dog ever. And that lady Deadpool was not Blake Lively. That was a stunt woman. Blake never even stepped on stage, on set. Never even put the suit on, from what I understand. All right, guys. But yeah, pretty nice. All right, you guys have a good one, and we're going to finish this up. I think I'm going to go out and work on my exo bouncer. Get this put in there. Catch you later. See you in the morning. I don't know what I've got to put up tomorrow. It'll be something interesting. You guys have a good one.